Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages there as well. All right, my friends, let's see what's the energy around Gemini for this week ahead. What's the energy around Gemini? Nothing is yet set in stone. Oh, everything is open. Everything is open right now. Ooh, a couple of cards fell on the floor. One sec. There we go. Okay. So we see here a personal issue reaches resolution. I love that with nothing is yet set in stone. And let's see, one more card here for Gemini. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay. So, interesting card combination for you this week, Gemini. This feels to me like you've recently gone through a big shift and now you've got all of this space in your life where things could sort of go any which way you're at a place where it's very open, so things could really shift in any way right now. And I love seeing this personal issue reaches resolution. So that makes me feel like anything that does need resolution will come to resolution. So you've got all of this open space where there's all these possibilities when I see nothing is yet set in stone. Something will resolve itself and everything is going to be okay with you and your loved ones are safe. So if there's something that you're worrying about, if there's something that is sort of keeping you in a place where you feel that worry or that overthinking and where you're sort of playing things out in your mind to try to figure out, well, how is this all going to come out in the end? I feel like the message you're getting here is that things are going to resolve and everything's going to be okay. And you're going to have all of these possibilities where you can choose whatever it is that you desire. You're going to have a lot of space opening up for you to fill with whatever serves you. The bottom of the deck here says, what do you need to release? So it's almost like you're at a place right now, Gemini, where you're moving into a new chapter. I feel like whatever has happened recently has created a lot of space in your life. So you've got all of this room. Look at that. And I had said you were overthinking, and there's the Eight of Cups, or Eight of Swords, overthinking, and there is your new beginning where nothing is yet set in stone. Everything is just beginning with that Page of Cups as I cut the deck. So it's interesting. You are being guided to sort of release anything that is taking up any space right now, because I feel like you're moving in a new direction. You're moving in a new way towards that new direction. You've got a lot of freedom. Nothing is set in stone. You've got so much freedom right now. But sometimes with that freedom, we start to overthink. So let's see, what are the messages here for Gemini? Yeah, see, you're at a place where things have been recently shifting for you, and you're at a place where you're a bit burnt out. And there's that Page of Cups returning to remind you that everything is renewing. So just as you move towards this ending, that I think you've been focusing on this ending being sort of not fortunate. Like it's been almost like a missed, like it feels like a missed opportunity. Like you're so overwhelmed from whatever transpired in the past, very recent past. And whatever that was, it felt unfortunate. Like you felt like it wasn't fair. It didn't feel like it was moving you in a direction that you had planned or that you wanted. And seeing the Page of Cups here is a messenger. It's a messenger card to bring in renewal, rebirth, a new start, a new beginning where nothing is set in stone. Seeing these two cards together. But I don't think that's how you see things right now. I feel like you might be focused on this personal issue and seeing that even though it's created a lot of space for you, you might not be wanting that space. That might not have been part of your plan. There's the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're having a hard time letting go. And there's another Page of Pentacles. So you've got these two beautiful pages bringing in sort of molecule by molecule a new beginning for you. But everything is a blank slate right now. Everything is open. You've got lots of space to create. I feel like your burdens or your responsibilities or your obligations that have been creating this burnout for you have lessened. For some reason, it feels like you're no longer burdened by the same personal issues or responsibilities or whatever it was that was creating that feeling of being overwhelmed and being sort of burnt out, to be honest, has subsided. It's subsided. And now you need to open up to trust again. Instead of holding on to old stories, you need to actually let those go and trust that everything is now opening up for you to have a fresh start. Giving up now would be unfortunate. That would be unfortunate. Giving up right now would be unfortunate because you're getting this brand new beginning here with these two pages, and I feel like your boundaries are suffocating you, and your fear to lose your boundaries is also suffocating you. It's almost like you need to break free from all of that, and I think that's why we're getting these two pages here for you. The Page of Cups is a beautiful messenger of bringing in unexpected and new creative sort of storylines for you. These synchronicities are all around you here, and it's almost like you're being motivated to have really innovative new ideas. You don't have to worry about your loved ones. You don't have to focus on whether or not everything's going to be okay. I feel like if you shift your focus towards releasing those fears and releasing your boundaries and sort of opening up again and being more expansive and innovative, that's what's going to really help you feel like you're moving again, you know? And I feel like you've been feeling stuck for a long time with some obstacles, and you have created this really high boundary where no one can penetrate your boundary right now, but it's suffocating you. It's creating a lot of blocks for you. And this Page of Pentacles is coming in to help you manifest new opportunities. This page is coming in to make you sort of feel invigorated and innovative and like there's all these possibilities. This page is bringing in those new opportunities, those new beginnings, that feeling of ambition, some new connections here. This is making this plan a reality. So whatever innovative, creative dream comes here with this page is going to help make it a reality. And so it's very interesting, but you're being tasked with this sort of need to let go, letting go of old stories and removing these high boundaries that you've created for yourself so that you can be open and let others in and have a new experience. And I feel like you're fearing that new experience right now. You feel like whatever has recently transpired has really created this vibe for you of misfortune. This idea that it almost feels like a setback. Something happened that felt like a setback, but actually that created all the space for you. You know what I mean? And it's allowing you to transform your energy by expanding your experience. And so your job this week, Gemini, is to let down those guards, let down your high guards, be open to some new ideas, and then allow those new beginnings to start to have a practical application so that you can start putting things in place for this new beginning. But that's going to come with letting go of some old stories of lack, of misfortune, of needing to protect yourself. This is expanding you. This is opening you up. But you have to sort of be willing to release, right? Like this card said, you have to be willing to release first. And so that's going to be up to you, Gemini. But I feel like you've got all of this space ready to expand with things that serve you. and that everything you're worrying about is going to resolve itself, and that everyone you love is fine and safe. You don't have to worry about them. You need to focus on where you see yourself next, where you want to grow, where you can sort of integrate body, mind, and soul to create these innovative ideas and then put them into a practical plan. A very interesting reading. Let's clarify here for the Nine of Wands in reverse. We see the Ten of Cups. I love that this is a choice. The Ten of Cups is a choice. It's a choice to be happy. And that is a choice we can make. It's a choice to be optimistic and hopeful, and to see that anything that feels like a worry will pass and everything will work out. This is a choice to be happy in the midst of life's up and downs. You know, that life is full of ups and downs, and this Ten of Cups is guiding you to choose to be happy, to choose to feel emotionally fulfilled, and to hold on to that, you know, to not see that things are happening to you, but to see everything as happening for you in some way. And that's really a choice. That's really a choice. On that page, we're seeing the Eight of Swords. Yeah, that's what's blocking your innovation, is these fears, these worries, these sort of like, I feel like this Eight of Swords for you represents looking at things from the worst case scenario. That is one of my pet peeves, is when people think that by addressing the worst case scenario, oh, I'm prepared. Well, all you've prepared yourself for is an outcome that you don't desire. Do you know what I mean? Why not change your focus to being more open and innovative instead of really fearful and expecting negative, right? Like, that's where we're seeing that Wheel of Fortune here. Instead of having unexpected moments of innovation and unexpected moments where things just get into sync, where there's a lot of synchronicity lining you up for things, this feels to me like expecting the worst and focusing on the most feared outcome instead of choosing to feel fulfilled. And so it's very interesting, Gemini. Now, this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, yeah, there's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So you've got you've got your guard up in the practical sense of this world, and you've also got your guard up when it comes to your will. You know, like, it's interesting. You've sort of got these two nines in reverse, and I feel like it all amounts to fear of the unknown. It's like you've got all of this nothing set in stone space to expand wherever you want, and it's terrifying. Sometimes the idea of having all of this room to expand and grow, I feel like it's freaking you out. Maybe it's been a long time since you've had that sort of renewed energy space to create whatever it is that you desire. And so right now you've got your guard up, you're not open, you're fearing things, and you're not able to let go of that right now. But that's where you need to let go. You need to release those stories you're hanging on to. There's another nine for you. Nine of Cups in reverse. You've got three nines here. You're on the cusp of shifting into a very new space, a very new timeline, but you've got to sort of feel like you're ready to choose that. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Again, very pessimistic, turning your thumb down to the universe and saying, this stinks. You know what I mean? And that's your outlook right now, is that this stinks. I don't want this change. I wanted things to stay the way they were. And seeing the energy around these cards says to me that you're not really willing to evaluate things in a new way. And you might be sort of feeling the pressure here and doing some comparison with other people and thinking to yourself, why is it so easy and smooth for others, and why am I struggling so much? You're focused on this delayed gratification. You're focused on unfulfilled desires. You're sort of your focus right now is really creating that block. And your guidance here is to be open and grateful that things are moving in a new direction, and that you can sort of relax into that and say everything is changing. Nothing remains constant forever, and I can't remain constant forever either. And being pessimistic is certainly not helping you. It's actually creating all of the blocks. That's what's creating all the blocks, and it's leaving you feeling very uninspired. So you may need some rest before you can focus your energy, because this burnout is nowhere to start from. You need some rest. You need to give your mind a rest. You need to give your body a rest. You need to almost take some space here, because you're seeding your future with whatever you're focusing on. And right now your focus is not at a high vibration. Your focus is not rooted in creativity and inspiration and innovation. It's rooted in fear. It's rooted in pessimism. It's rooted in feeling like things are working against you. It's not in a place that's, it's best not to try to focus on this right now, because it's almost undoing anything that could move forward. You know what I mean? Because it's so blocked. Gemini. Let's see what the final guidance will be for Gemini for this reading. Oh, that came out fast. Prosperity. Isn't that interesting? Prosperity is your card. And it says here, the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being, allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, and soul and spirit sing. It is inviting us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of abundance and riches that the universe provides. Honestly, that sums it up right there. If you can focus on the abundance, the prosperity, if you can bring the body, mind, heart, and soul and spirit to joy, if you can find that you can release those other sort of burnt out energies, you must release those, because right now it's prosperity awaits. But you've got to be in alignment with that prosperity to see it happen around you. Right now, what you're seeing happening around you is what you're aligning to, which is this sort of setback vibe where you feel fear and you're just so burnt out, and really hanging on so tightly instead of just surrendering in an empowered way towards prosperity. Nothing is yet set in stone. There's nothing to fear. You're just on the brink of a new beginning here. And so really needing to shift your focus is key. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Gemini. Thank you for joining me. Please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting if this reading has resonated with you. If you would like a personal reading, you can find that information in the description below. And I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Take care.